A shift from restless energy to quiet diplomacy. New beginnings meet grounded care. This week asks you to listen more than you speak and act bolder than you feel. What if both are true? Welcome back to Cosmic Code. I'm Judith. Numerology isn't a game. It's a map for timing and clarity. This week we blend numbers with moments that shaped history, like engineers checking blueprints before a launch. Starting Sunday, May 17th, Universal Year 1 collides with Month 6, bringing fresh starts into the caring space of responsibility. Each day brings its own number, archetype, and hidden story. I'll walk you through every moment of this week. Let's step into it together. Universal Month 6 asks us to care for home and relationships, while Universal Year 1 pushes fresh action. The clash creates this week's tension. Each day gets a number, an archetype like adventurer or diplomat, plus historical events and birth traits. Meet Caleb. He acts first, asks questions later, but burns out without support. Mina waits for perfection, losing chances as time passes. Their choices mirror your crossroads this week. Ready? Sunday's restless energy is already here. You feel a restless tug in your chest. Every routine feels like a cage. A voice says the next corner holds something better than here and now. That restlessness has a name: Sunday's adventurer number 5. New horizons open today as curiosity takes flight. People born May 17 thrive on motion. They need to pivot before boredom sets in. You'll notice them laughing at parties while already scanning exits for the next move. Favorable number is 5. Letter is E. Names like Ezra and Elena carry this energy forward. Significant years come at ages 5, 14, 23, and 32. Paths they choose: travel, journalism, emergency medicine, or sales where no 2 days match. Every adventurous soul will discover the world through courage and endless curiosity. In 1865, International Telecommunication Union's engineers once wired continents alone. They feared their cables would never connect across oceans. Today those wires hum with voices from every corner of Earth. You tell yourself that staying still means getting stuck. But today's pivot asks you to stay rooted for 10 minutes, read one book chapter before booking a flight, answer 3 old emails before buying gear. Let your curiosity guide without guilt. Caleb books a train ticket to an old friend's city on impulse. He posts about quitting his freelance client online first. He buys photography equipment for a project he's imagined but never planned. Mina opens tabs to compare flights and closes them each time she nears purchase. She tells herself the job search can wait until next week. Her fingers scroll vacation rentals instead of booking one now. What are you running toward when you move, and what are you hiding from when you stay still? Spend on experiences today: concert tickets or travel bookings, not physical goods. Cluttered rooms and stagnant energy cost more than price tags show. Your body craves outdoor movement, cycling through a new neighborhood or a trail where the path changes with each step. Relationships need surprises, a spontaneous dinner, an unanticipated visit, because routines feel like walls today. The mantra today is, I follow my curiosity without guilt. There's no wrong direction if you trust your feet to keep walking. A quiet weight settles on your shoulders. You feel the pull of responsibilities you've ignored, unanswered calls from family or groceries left on the counter. Monday's nurturer number 6 asks you to hold space for others before yourself. This is not a day to chase new flames. It's a time to tend what already burns. People born May 18th live in care like a second skin. They feed stray cats and mend broken friendships with gentle words. Favorable number is 6. Letter is F. Names like Finn and Frida root themselves in this energy. Significant years arrive at ages 6, 15, 24, and 33. Paths they walk. Family therapy, veterinary work, or design that makes homes feel sacred. Each nurturing heart will create a sanctuary of love for every soul. In 1977, International Museum Day began with curators who feared history's fragility. They kept their hands steady while restoring artifacts others might never see. Today, those silent guardians become the world's memory keepers. You believe your worth lies only in what you do for others. That asking for support makes you a burden instead of a human being. But today's pivot asks you to pick up a dish from your own kitchen before fixing someone else's sink. Do one act of kindness that serves your needs first. Caleb cooks his family 3 courses but snaps when they leave dishes in the sink. He pays off a relative's bill without asking if they wanted help. He fixes a leaky faucet himself even though plumbers exist. Mina cleans her roommate's kitchen for the 3rd time this week to avoid confronting them. She skips therapy because she didn't prepare enough from the last session. She says yes to hosting Thanksgiving despite being exhausted and not wanting guests. Who are you serving when no one is watching, and what does that service actually cost you? Review home insurance policies today. 6 energy favors security, and ignoring it leaves cracks in your foundation. Your body asks for nourishment. Cook a meal for yourself or someone else before takeout wins. Relationships need shared space. Invite a partner to cook together or call the family member you've avoided, because connection is a shelter both of you lack. Here is your mantra today. My love is shown through my actions. No one sees what happens in your kitchen, but it matters more than they know. A quiet pressure builds in your chest. The noise of people and screens feels heavier today. You crave stillness even as others speak over you. That restlessness has a name. Tuesday's Seeker number 7. This is not a day for action. It's time to turn inward. Find the question behind the questions. People born May 19th live in quiet corners of thought and wonder. They are the ones who ask why until adults run out of answers. Favorable number is 7. Letter is G. Names like Gideon and Gaia hold this energy steady. Significant years come at ages 7, 16, 25, and 34. Paths they walk. Archaeology, philosophy, or data science where mysteries reveal themselves slowly. Such intuitive minds will uncover hidden truths that enlighten all of humanity. In 1945, the United Nations held its first General Assembly, laying foundations for global peace frameworks. Delegates sat in cold rooms haunted by war's ghosts, daring to imagine a world beyond conflict. Today, those words live in every UN resolution. You tell yourself you need facts to make a choice. That staying still means avoiding risk. But today's pivot asks you to trust one feeling alone. No proof, no debate. Pick a path before your mind adds too many questions to undo it. Caleb reads a leadership book and applies its advice immediately during a team meeting. He takes a solo hike without his phone to think through business direction. He writes down 3 avoided decisions and solves one by bedtime. Mina rereads the same article on career changes 5 times. No notes, no links saved. She spends hours researching meditation apps but downloads none. She tells herself she's gathering more information, even as fear grows behind her eyes. Are you seeking answers or hiding from decisions that will change how others see you? Avoid all major financial choices today. 7 energy brings analysis paralysis. Rushing leads to costly errors. Your body asks for silence. Try a sensory deprivation tank or silent meditation. Skipping this creates mental static that slows your thinking. Relationships need space. Let your partner have alone time without taking it personally. Holding their solitude as rejection builds walls no one asked to live in. Here is your mantra today. I seek truth and trust my inner wisdom. Some choices arrive in whispers, not shouts. Your chest feels like a coiled spring. Every project demands more time than you have. A voice says your efforts matter more today than they ever will again. That pressure has a name. Wednesday's Powerhouse number 8. Recognition arrives suddenly. Prepare to act with authority or let it slip past. People born May 20th live in control and structure. They organize toys into teams as children, manage schedules by age 5. Favorable number is 8. Letter is P. Names like Peter and Priya carry this charge forward. Significant years arrive at ages 8, 17, 26, and 35. Paths they choose. CEO roles, judgeships, or investment banking where power flows in cycles. One natural leader will build an empire based on integrity and excellence. In 1932, Amelia Earhart crossed the Atlantic solo, battling mechanical failure and fear of never reaching land. "This is not about me," she told her team before takeoff. Today her courage lives in every woman who charts a sky no one said they could touch. You believe your worth depends on outshining others. That true power means being heard above all voices. But today's pivot asks you to ask, how can I help someone else win? One act of lifting another gives strength back to your own path. Caleb sends a firm email demanding accountability for missed deadlines. He negotiates his rent down by $300 using sharp but polite pressure. He takes control of the family vacation plan without asking what others want first. Mina accepts blame for a project delay that wasn't hers just to end meetings faster. She pays split expenses alone because she fears the conversation about fairness. She nods along while her boss sets impossible hours, knowing it will drive her away. Does your control protect them, or keep you safe from being truly known? Rebalance your investment portfolio or settle a late payment today. Procrastination here is a leak in your financial power. Your body needs intensity, high-intensity interval training to match 8's energy. Ignoring this creates irritability that poisons small moments. Relationships need leadership. Plan the next vacation together now. Hesitating lets someone else shape what you both build. Here is your mantra today. I am worthy of the success I build. Power grows when shared, not hoarded in silence. A weight settles in your chest. You feel old wounds still breathing inside you. A voice whispers that letting go might erase the one part of them that stayed with you. That tension has a name. Thursday's Humanitarian number 9. Completion and compassion ask you to release what no longer serves while honoring what it meant first, especially as we remember Charles Lindbergh's solo transatlantic flight, an act of daring that connected continents and then closed a chapter of isolation. People born May 21st live in boundless empathy. They feel history as if they lived its every chapter. You'll find them painting murals about lost causes or volunteering at crisis centers after long workdays. Favorable number is 9. Letter is I. Names like Ian and Irene carry this energy forward. Significant years come at ages 9, 18, 27, and 36. Paths they walk. Museum curation, humanitarian aid work, or film directing where stories heal scars. This compassionate spirit will heal the world through kindness and global vision. In 1927, Charles Lindbergh flew alone across an ocean he feared might swallow him whole. He battled fuel fears and hallucinations but landed in Paris to a world that needed one man's proof of connection. Today his flight lives in every person who dares to rebuild after collapse. You believe holding on to pain proves you mattered to someone even when they're gone. That forgiveness must be earned and never given freely. But today's pivot asks you to write down one thing you are grateful for from a relationship that has ended. No need to explain it back. Only acknowledge its place in your heart first. Caleb donates an entire box of clothes to charity without checking if he still needs anything inside. He emails his oldest friend a long overdue apology about something they both forgot but never let go. He closes a business venture by sending clear next steps to clients instead of leaving them confused. Mina keeps a sweater from her ex because throwing it away feels like erasing part of their story forever. She avoids cleaning out her email inbox, clinging to threads that prove she was there, even when no one remembers asking if she stayed. She hesitates to unfriend someone online who always steals something vital from her spirit, but never gives anything back. What does letting go actually cost you to hold on to, and who are you becoming by keeping it? Clear an old debt or cancel a forgotten subscription today. 9 Energy asks for clean slates. Clinging to these ties drains your energy without asking if they matter now. Your body needs restorative yoga or gentle stretching. Ignoring this releases tension only in the muscles while stress remains trapped elsewhere. Relationships demand you let go of petty grudges. Holding on to anger is a quiet cost that eats into intimacy slowly, like rust on metal. Here is your mantra today. I release what I cannot change today. Some things stay in your life long after they stopped helping. Let them breathe freely now. A spark flickers in your chest. You feel the weight of waiting too long to act pressing into your ribs. A voice says this is your moment, and no one else will give you another. That urgency has a name. Friday's Pioneer number 1. Independence and innovation ask you to start something new, even if it feels unfinished at first. People born May 22nd live in bold creation. They invent solutions before the problems are clear. You'll find them sketching blueprints on napkins or launching startups while still in school. Favorable number is 1. Letter is A. Names like Asher and Arya carry this energy forward. Significant years come at ages 1, 10, 19, and 28. Paths they walk. Entrepreneurship, surgery, or piloting where vision meets precision. An independent pioneer will blaze a trail toward a brighter future today. In the early 1900s, biologists fought to save species no one else had noticed were vanishing. They worked in rain and dirt, chasing insects while funding dried up faster than their research. Today, that quiet persistence lives in every ecosystem still breathing because someone refused to let it die first. You believe asking for help means admitting weakness you can't afford to show. That true independence requires walking alone through fire and never looking back at what burned behind you. But today's pivot asks you to delegate one small task to a trusted ally. No justification needed, only action. Caleb registers a domain name for his new business idea before telling anyone about it first. He buys gym equipment on a whim and starts a morning routine even if he wakes up late 3 times in a row. He sets firm work hours by turning off notifications at 6 p.m. sharp. No exceptions, even if the emails keep coming after that. Mina sends her resume to 3 companies but deletes each sent email immediately afterward like she never made them real. She waits until her manager asks for ideas before sharing one she's had since last November. She buys a journal for tracking goals but writes only the date on the first page before quitting altogether. If no one clapped, would you still begin? And what does your need for applause actually hide? Draft your budget for the next 3 months today. 1 Energy demands clarity or risk financial missteps later. Starting without a plan is a gamble that often leads to unnecessary stress. Your body asks for hydration and sleep tracking. Ignoring this foundation limits your ability to innovate freely in other areas of life. Relationships need you to initiate flirtatious texts or write love letters because silence becomes stagnation if left unbroken. Here is your mantra today. My intuition leads me to new ground. Even the smallest step forward is a map no one else drew for you today. Your chest feels light but uncertain. You sense a quiet tension between what you want and what others expect of you today. A voice says you'll find balance only if you stop trying to please everyone at once. That calm has a name. Saturday's Diplomat number 2. Harmony asks for patience, not control. People born May 23rd live in the space between words unspoken. They feel rooms breathing with unsaid truths. You'll meet them mediating arguments without raising their voice or choosing books that hold silence better than pages. Favorable number is 2. Letter is B. Names like Bodhi and Bell carry this quiet strength forward. Significant years arrive at ages 2, 11, 20, and 29. Paths they walk: diplomacy roles, psychological counseling, or library work where stillness becomes its own language. A gentle diplomat will bring harmony to every relationship they ever touch. In 1873, officers formed the Northwest Mounted Police in a land no one knew how to govern. They wore red coats for visibility but feared the weight of their own loneliness more than any threat. The law must bend when people need it, one wrote home from the frontier. Today's history lives in every peacekeeper who chooses understanding over force. You believe agreeing with everyone proves you are kind until your voice disappears entirely behind their needs. That keeping the peace means letting others shape your truth without asking for yours first. But today's pivot asks you to pause before saying yes. Name one thing that matters to you and let it sit there, unspoken but known. Caleb asks his partner for feedback on a new project, but interrupts when her answer takes more than 5 seconds. He plans a weekend outing that fits everyone else's schedule first, ignoring his own need for rest. He agrees to co-lead an initiative without clarifying who decides if they disagree later. Mina finally tells a friend the movie choice doesn't work for her instead of going silently resentful. She suggests a restaurant she actually wants at dinner planning time. She shares feedback about a colleague's presentation because keeping it inside hurt more than speaking up would. Are you keeping the peace or erasing yourself, and what happens when there is no one left to be? Wait on signing contracts today. 2 Energy asks for calm over haste. Rushing leads to overlooked clauses that rewrite your terms later. Your body needs partner stretching or a couple's massage. Neglecting this connection creates emotional distance that feels harder to close than physical pain. Relationships demand you ask your partner for advice even if it feels slightly uncomfortable. Refusing their input makes them question if they matter at all in your life. Here is your mantra today: I listen more than I speak. Some truths live in the space between words if we give them room to breathe there first. This week showed you the price of unchecked speed and the weight of silent sacrifice. Caleb's rigid control over his family vacation plans left no room for their voices to matter, a cost he'll pay in isolation later. Mina still sits with that half-written proposal, her fear of judgment keeping it from ever becoming real. Courage without connection creates loneliness. Caution without action breeds regret. One learned too late that rushing ahead leaves others far behind. The other found that silence erases even the chance to be heard at all. Are you building your future alone because you're brave? Or because you're afraid someone might say no? Numerology is a tool for insight and empowerment. Your choices always lead the way. What was actually at stake this week wasn't success or failure. It was whether you'd let anyone else matter while you built what mattered to you. Sunday's restlessness met Monday's duty. Tuesday's silence answered Wednesday's roar. Thursday's goodbyes made space for Friday's bold start. Saturday's balance tied it all to something that lasts. This week wasn't just numbers. It was the quiet moment between a breath and a leap, where this becomes real, when you stop asking can I and start asking who else needs to be here. Caleb and Mina both learned that no one wins alone this week. If you're still racing ahead or hiding your ideas, it's time to build a bridge between those two truths. Subscribe for next week's Cosmic Code. We'll map the nurturer energy shaping healing connections and home foundations. Share this with someone who needs to stop waiting for permission to act. Comment below. Did Caleb's urgency mirror your pace or Mina's hesitation feel like yours? I read every word. Next week, as Universal Month 6 asks you to stabilize what matters most, remember, growth isn't about choosing courage over care. It's about making space for both. I'm Judith. This is Cosmic Code. Let the quiet one speak first this time.